The chart is screaming at us right now, but most people are going to miss this. Bitcoin was feeling like this all of last week, but over the weekend, Bitcoin started to feel like this. I have opened up a brand new long trade on Bitcoin, as you can see, the setup that was given in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. However, as you can also see, I have not closed my swing short position, and the question on everybody's mind is, what is the Bitcoin price going to do in the coming weeks? Well, today we are going to be diving deep into these charts, explaining exactly what we need to look for, so make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell for notifications, because we are bringing you the most timely and the juiciest Bitcoin updates here on YouTube. Bitcoin right now is finding support exactly on the level that we gave in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, but depending on what happens within the next few days will determine whether or not I close my shorts or add to my shorts. Now, I've been keeping you guys up to date along the way, starting on Sunday when I closed my swing long position. I'm closing my Bitcoin long trade. And then on Sunday, on Monday, I let everyone know I had opened a short trade. Now, I've opened up a short on Bitcoin. And then the following day, I told everybody, as we're getting this retest, we really need to watch the green box, because if we reject from here, we're going to put in a lower low. So that's exactly what happened. We came up to the green box, the short setup from the Casper Crew VIP Discord, and we officially did make a lower low. Now, I want to point out where we are finding support, because this is very, very important. Before we talk about why that support is so important, we have to talk about the higher term time frame context, which is we have come up to a multi-year support resistance flip at around $30,000, and we have been printing the extremely bearish Janet Yellen lip pattern, where as the price is getting higher and higher into key resistance, Janet Yellen's crooked lips are getting lower and lower, giving us that bearish divergence. Now, on the daily time frame, a beautiful target for support is going to be that $25,000 level, where we have another beautiful support resistance flip going all the way back to May 2022. But along the way down, this, where we're at right now, is going to be a very key zone of support, and here's why. The Bitcoin price has established here, basically from March 10th to April 10th, a fair value zone where most market participants were willing to buy and sell Bitcoin between the two price points of about $27,000 and about $28,800. What this means is locally, as we come down to this key zone of support, we should be looking for a bounce. We should be looking for long trades, which is why we did give this long setup in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Now, if anyone wants to join the Casper Crew, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Go ahead and click the link to join. This is not a signals group, but it's an educational group. And if you want to learn how to trade this way, where you can have a plan in advance and then go ahead and take the trade, check out the courses also at jasoncaspertrading.com. 25% discount on both courses if you use the link in the pinned comment. Okay, so what is happening right here? We are coming down to the low of this range right here, where we should be looking for a bounce. And if we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we are in fact printing some pretty bullish looking divergences right here. In fact, if we take a look from market Cipher B, we can see we're printing 3 big green dots as the momentum is getting higher. During this time, we can see the price is getting drastically lower throughout the entire week, but the 4-hour momentum is getting higher. So there's 2 different scenarios that I am going to be looking at right now to potentially get into my next trade. So here are some of them. First of all, we need to be aware that until we lose these lows right here at 26.5, still on a high time frame, we have not put in a lower low. Locally, in this little chunk of price action, we have in fact put in a local low, which is how we were able to get into the short trade from right here. Remember, we were looking last week at this head and shoulder pattern where we were looking to take a short from the right shoulder. We were watching this potential pattern form as we were making our plan to get into the short trade from that right shoulder, and that has now played out to the downside. Well, check this out right now, guys. There is still a potential right here that we could print another head and shoulders pattern, where we have our left shoulder right here, we have our head, and then we have a potential right shoulder, which we could actually look for a short to take it down even lower, which would confirm bearish market structure on an even higher term time frame. So if this bullish divergence results in another rise to the upside, I want to point out something very interesting, which is if we take our fib from this last high where I entered the short trade I'm currently in to our current low, you can see that the Fibonacci Golden Pocket 786 zone lines up perfectly with the value area high of this range, as well as these previous highs that were our resistance all throughout the second half of March, which could actually make for a beautiful potential short trade right around this area, which we could look to take down to a new low, potentially that $25,000 level, which is a pretty decent risk to reward trade. Depending on where we get our entry, we're looking at potentially a 3-to-1 risk reward short trade to come back down and retest the neckline of the giant inverted head and shoulders that we have on this chart, right? We would basically be looking to short a back test down to this area. That is one of the trading plans that I actually have. Another trading plan that I have right now to potentially get into another long trade is the following. Now, if we take a look at what has happened here, okay, we can see that we have not yet actually put in a lower low. Now, there's a lot of liquidity down here that can be grabbed that would stop out pretty much everybody who longed the bottom of this bull flag and then is looking for higher prices. So if we get another drop to the downside and we take out these lows, we want to be looking for continued bullish divergence on market Cipher B, like what we're seeing right here. We would want to see something like this happening on market Cipher B, you know, getting that very, very nice uneven butt cheek pattern where we have the left butt cheek nice and big, nice and round, and then that right cheek, right? That right skinny is such a skinny butt cheek, and it talks like this with the Brooklyn accent, and it smokes too many cigarettes, if you know what I'm talking about. If we continue to see that here, it could actually make for another potential long trade. If we take our fib from the most recent low to the most recent high, we see that that Fibonacci golden pocket is actually coming in just below where we're at right now at the low of this local range. So these are the two most important zones that I am personally going to be aware of as we move into the coming week, all right? It's going to be the 26.5 zone, and then it's going to be that $29,000 zone where we could potentially be looking for trades only if we get confirmations. Again, people always ask, Jason, what is the price going to do? Is it going to go up or is it going to go down? My answer is the same. It depends. We cannot know if the price is going to go up or if the price is going to go down. But what we can do is we can make plans and say, if the price comes to this level, and if market Cipher B looks like this, then I will enter into a short trade and take advantage of the market moving to the downside. However, if the Bitcoin price comes down to a key zone of support and we're getting the confirmations that we're looking for, then I will look to take a long trade and take advantage of the Bitcoin volatility to the upside. This is the approach that we need to take as traders. Guys, I'm a huge proponent of being as self-sufficient as possible, and today is a really big day as I am a homesteader, growing my own food, raising my own animals. Here are some of the things I'm doing right now to become more self-sufficient. We've got a lot to do today on the homestead. We're going to be planting potatoes and beets, two of the most important crops that we grow. Now, when it comes to growing food, two of the things that I prioritize is, first of all, how much can a certain crop produce with the least amount of work, and how many calories can it produce. And that's why potatoes and beets, I believe, are two of the most important things you can grow if you're trying to produce more of your own food. So I've got these two beds right here. This one is going to be red beets, and this one is going to be potatoes. Now, with a plot about this big, you can grow enough potatoes. I have a family of 4, 2 very young children, and then 2 adults. We can eat potatoes every day throughout the entire year from this patch and still have potatoes left over to plant the following year. So I'm about to plant potatoes here that I grew last year. Now, you might look at potatoes like these and say these are bad, right? Well, they're not bad. First of all, you can still eat them if you just take the eyes off. These potatoes were harvested in July of last year, and it's currently the end of April. We still eat these potatoes, but we are going to be planting these potatoes now. And these eyes on here, these are a sign of life in the potato. These are going to grow. Each one of these potatoes is going to now grow into like 5 to 10 potatoes per plant. Now over here with the red beets, the thing that's so great about red beets is, number one, they're very, very nutritious, right? That red color, those chlorophyll or whatever they are, I ain't no scientist, right? They're very healthy for you. But the thing about beets is you can eat the beet greens as you would like a collard green or a Swiss chard. More bang for the buck growing red beets. It's kind of like you're growing chard, but then you can also eat the root. And these two things together, guys, very, very, very good because they are a lot of calories and a lot of nutrients. So this guy's name right here is breakfast. And this guy's name is dinner. That is it for today's video, guys. May you all be very blessed in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray that you and your family are very blessed. Make sure to like, subscribe, click the bell, and I will see everybody in the next video. Peace!